Hello, and welcome to From the Gamers, episode 1. Jeez, we're starting this all over again, are we, guys? I am one of your hosts, XoB Fixer, alongside to my left or right, I don't know my left and right because I'm dyslexic, the one and only Kresh. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing well.
And in the middle at the current moment, but maybe not in post-editing, who knows, Mr. Moody.
Hello.
Alright, so this is it's a work in progress, yeah? So I just finished doing my Xbox and Me, so I'm kind of in my Xbox and Me mode. But what I thought we would do with this show is it's going to be a rotating thing. I'm going to explain it all. But what I thought we'd do is our preferred platform of choice. For every new host we get on, we could ask them their preferred platform so people knows. So, Kresh, we'll start with you. If you had to pick one platform, what would it be? Damn, I didn't think we'd get the silent treatment that early.
PS4.
You hesitated. He's afraid of the hate.
That's a tough question, man. It has nothing to do with the hate. That's just a tough question.
If you only could have one system, what would it be?
Honestly, probably my Xbox.
Okay. Alright, fine.
Probably my Xbox.
Moody?
For exclusives alone, it'd be my PlayStation.
No, don't put caveats in there.
Yeah.
If someone
have to
walked
pick
up
one.
to you and said to you, "What is your preferred platform?" What would it be?
It would be my Xbox.
Okay, cool. Well, mine would be PC.
So this is my Xbox.
No, I'm messing. For those who don't know what the hell this show is, this is From the Gamers. Each week we're going to get together and talk about the things we love, which is obviously video games. The important thing for this was, for me, people have been asking for me to talk about PC, Nintendo, PlayStation for years. I've been doing my Xbox and Me now for 3 years, I think. 165 episodes now. And people are like, we want to hear you talk about other things, something other than just Xbox now. And I was like, all right, cool. That's cool, but there's already plenty of podcasts out there for people to hear people's thoughts on. So I thought I'd do something a little bit different. The number one request I get from people is they want to do podcasts. They want to learn how to be a podcast. They want to learn how to do it. They don't have the money, the means, or know how to set it all up. So the whole point of this podcast From the Gamers is a community-based show. So it will be rotating guests, people that can make it each week. But we are talking to you guys that are listening right now. Anyone that is listening to this show can be a part of it. All you need is a webcam and a microphone. You might be saying, Moody ain't got a webcam right now. He's got doo-doo internet, that's why. And he gets away with it because he's been here for 3 years plus. You guys don't get away with it. So, Moody, you feeling special now?
Yeah, and I've also been in the bedroom with him.
Yeah, that's very true, very true. But yeah, it's a weekly podcast. It's going to come out every Wednesday on SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, and my YouTube channel, youtube.com/mcfixer. Yeah, you can get it early on Patreon, patreon.com/mcfixer. You'll get it on a Monday when we record it and I edit it and put it out. And like I say, it's made just because we wanna speak to the community, have people come on and learn how to podcast and all that without the hassle of having to edit and stuff like that. So, this week is going to be a weird week because we're starting off with obviously the main one. What we're going to do is we'll usually do an intro. We'll go into fan emails from there, which you can email in fromthegamers@gmail.com. That could totally be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's right. I'm pretty sure, but we'll find out in episode 2, won't we, when I actually check it. Again, been a busy day. But the big topic this week is Game of the Year. And oh my god, I can't wait to talk about God of War for a second, guys. I haven't been able to talk about God of War for so long. But what we'll do is we'll start from the bottom and work our way up. So number 10, each of us have got a list, correct?
Yes.
Cool. And we'll start from 10 and we'll work our way up and see how our lists differ. And we'll discuss it. So, Moody, you want to kick us off? Number 10, what you got?
Number 10 is a game that I played a hell of a lot with a mate of mine. It was so good. We enjoyed the first one. I enjoyed the playlist from Fixer and Haley. That's Overcooked 2.
Oh,
A lot of fun with Overcooked 2.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, Overcooked 2, not a game that I played anything other than the Let's Plays that you have seen on the channel. So probably about 40 minutes to an hour, probably. I mean, it's more Overcooked, right? That's the premise of it,
Yeah.
with new levels and new maps. What did you like so much about it for it to make your top 10?
It was just very fun. I mean, my mate were just having so much fun doing it. And this is the thing when it comes to my best list. These are the games that are stuck with me. These are the games that I enjoy playing the most if it's by myself or with other people. And yeah, Overcooked made it ahead of it. The ones on my honorable mention, like the games that I didn't play enough.
We can do that at the end. Don't worry, I've got some as well.
Yeah,
So do that at the end. We'll do that at the end.
I know. I'm not going to say my honorable mention, but those, that's why some of them did. But Overcooked, I just had a lot of fun. Yeah, it is the same as Overcooked 1, no doubt about it. But I really, really enjoy it.
Fair enough. Chris, you never got around to Overcooked, right?
No.
No, you promised me to play it online and never happened.
Never played the first one either.
I know, because you're a scrub. You're a scrub.
Yeah, true.
Well, why not? What made you not touch it?
The first one didn't have online co-op.
That's correct.
For me, it's like it needs online co-op, and the second one, it's like I don't know a lot of people who've gotten it other than you. It's like a lot of people who played a lot of the first one and spoke really highly of the first one.
Yeah.
Didn't get the second one. It seems like the second one just came and went.
Yeah, it definitely was that. It felt like I'm sure Team 17 probably felt that as well. It was a hard one for me, whereas like Overcooked 1 was amazing. I enjoyed playing it. It was a lot of fun. But once you've played the game, for me, once you've played it, you know what you're getting. It is that fun catch co-op, rowing with your significant other because she hasn't passed the plates quick enough, or your friends, whoever it is. But unfortunately, in the early stages of what I played, so probably like the first 4 levels, which again, very unfair for me to critique it upon just that, but that's all I've got to go off of, is that it just didn't change up enough. Mood, you've played it, you've finished it, I assume. That's unfair for me to say that you finished it, but did it change? Did it change at all, or is it just more Overcooked 2? And more Overcooked?
It's pretty much more Overcooked. But the levels got way more challenging. Yeah. Like I know, the ones you and Haley just played, and I think they are seriously a piece of piss. They really are. But no, they get more challenging, a lot more harder. Like sometimes me and my mate were like so close to throwing the controls at each other. It's unbelievable. Just because either he's made a mistake, or I've made a mistake, or I haven't called out this, or he hasn't called out this. But it was so much fun. It's just a game that I had a lot of fun with. That's all. I can appreciate it won't make a lot of people's top 10 and everything. But no, it was a good fun game and everything for me.
Fair enough. Crash, number 10, what you got?
Monster Hunter World.
I mean, damn, you only played that game for about 2 hours.
I got like 10 hours into it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I realized in this list, I didn't play too many games.
Oh,
this list was a little.
So fun fact about me and Kresh. Me and Kresh have a conversation every day, pretty much. Every day in Discord we talk, and we always have the argument of you don't play enough games. You don't play. Yeah, do I play plenty of games? I play more games than you. He tries to say, not true, obviously. How many games have you actually played this year? Do you think?
This year I also played like
about
a lot 11? Of games. From last year and the year before that. Yeah, I finally beat Persona 5, and I would have put Persona 5 on this list, but
didn't come out this year.
Didn't come out this year, exactly.
Yeah. No,
I beat Persona 5, I platinumed Persona 5, so like it was like this year was a lot of games, but this year was also me investing a lot of time into multiplayer games.
Yes, I learned that. I did my Xbox and me earlier, like I said, and talking to Snowbite Mike about our most anticipated games, I was like, oh yeah, I played Siege for like 600 hours. No wonder why I didn't get to Celeste or some of these other, The Messenger, some of these other amazing games. I was too busy playing Siege, so it's kind of hard.
Siege is my most played game this year, which I wouldn't have thought.
Yeah,
but then I'm like, I play Fix all the time. That makes sense.
So, sorry, what did you say? What was it, number 10?
Monster Hunter World.
What did you like about Monster Hunter World?
How they built the world, how every time you went out for a hunt or an expedition or whatever it felt real, it felt breathing. You saw like the little animals to the side that would run away when you got close, the animals who were big and like kind of wouldn't give a fuck unless you fucked with them.
Yeah.
And then the animals that are like gonna try and eat you and whatnot. I just felt really real, and it was a fun experience.
Monster Hunter World. Go on.
I would have loved to put more time into it than I did. It's just I got it way late after it came out.
Yeah,
so
that was
kind of like people were on and past it, and it was like,
I'm sure Stu's like gagging to play it with you, but me on the other hand, you mentioned it a couple times. I'm like, nah. Yeah. So I put about 40 hours into Monster Hunter World, played it with Stu, played it with a couple others, and it just didn't get me the way it got other people. Like, I get it, and more power to you if you enjoyed it, but it didn't make my top 10 list this year, which is testament to how many great games there were that I actually played this year as well. Yeah, Moody, did you get around to Monster Hunter World at all?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm guessing it's like definitely on his list. Don't want to expand?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
This is why we have a community-based podcast, guys, because people don't want to speak. Clearly,
I can answer for you now, but I want you to do your 10 as well. So
yeah, my 10's coming. Don't worry, mine's coming.
Okay,
You're fine. All right. Number 10 for me was Far Cry 5. Far Cry 5, a game I enjoyed. It was fun enough. First time we come back to rural America. The story is what really rural America. The story is what really let me down in Far Cry 5. They had a fantastic bad dude in the gentleman they had, even like the short story they did with the game and stuff like that. It was so fun watching him, and even watching him on Twitter and stuff. He stayed in character. Like, everything around that game was amazing, and you actually got to the game and it was like, oh, we're spending way more time with the brother and the sister, and then you're actually getting with the main protagonist, the main bad guy. You know what I mean? And for me, that's what really let the game down. Still, Far Cry is fun for me. I enjoy the stupidness. I enjoy what I played of it. Actually, more challenging than the previous games, in my opinion, because you're just constantly bumping into people. They're running you down on the roads, and it just, for me, I enjoyed it enough because it's still more Far Cry, and plus I hadn't played 4 either, so I went from 3 to 5, so I didn't play 4 and missed that whole out. So for me it felt fresh.
Did you play Primal?
No.
Okay.
No, Prime was just a rework of 4 pretty much, with a reskin is pretty much what they said, which is exactly what I'm expecting from New Dawn, but I enjoyed the world enough in 5 that I'm willing to go back in New Dawn. And I actually quite like the way they're doing it, honestly. It's like you're getting 2 Far Cry every year, but you'll get a numbered and then you'll get a reskin. You get a numbered, then you get a reskin. I don't think it's a bad way to do it, because there's enough there, right?
Yeah. I agree. It also seems like this one's a lot more zany. Is zany the right word? It's a lot more out there than than 5.
They've dived even further into the dumbness, the craziness, the humor side of it than the seriousness tone of some of them. Yeah, I get what you mean. Moody, did you play Far Cry 5? Did you play it, Chris? 1 minute. Chris, did you play it?
No, I never got
skipped
around
it
to
at all, yeah.
Yeah.
Moody, did you play it?
yeah, I didn't enjoy it.
Oh, okay. What didn't you like about it?
There are fun parts to it. I won't deny it, like the good mechanics and everything, but it was everything what you said when it came to the story and whatnot. Like, they had a good villain.
Yeah.
And I admit I didn't complete the game at all. I got to the sister and I was just like, I cannot force myself. I felt like I was forcing myself, and if I'm not enjoying it, I was just going like, nah, I was done with it. It was just really, really disappointing, especially because I'm a big Far Cry fan. Love 3. Voss is arguably one of the best villains ever.
Yeah.
4, I enjoyed Primal when it came out, but like I said, it is a reskin and everything of 4. And I was looking forward to 5, but no, it just didn't click with me. And I'm not overly excited for the next one, the New Dawn either. I will probably be picking it up, but I'm not holding out hopes. If it comes out and everyone's going, "Oh my god, this is the great, fantastic," and everything, then I'm going to be like, "Oh, definitely going to be delving into it." But it's like, say, if it doesn't click, it doesn't click.
Fair enough. Yeah. For full transparency, I was sent Far Cry 5 for a review. Just don't know if I need to tell you that, but I did. So yeah, there that is. Number 9, Moody, what you got?
Number 9 is Unraveled 2.
Oh, you played this the day it came out, correct?
Hell yeah! Completed it with my mate of mine twice. Absolutely loved it. It was just more. It's basically the same kind of Overcooked. It's more Unraveled, but the puzzles were really fun, really enlightening. I just really had a lot of fun with this, and like I say, it's just more about the fun in it, and that's what it was. I just really had a lot of fun. I loved Unraveled 1, and when I saw Unraveled 2 revealed at E3, and then they said it's out today, I was just like, see you later. I was so tempted to text you and say, "No, I'm not coming on the podcast." It's like, "No, I've got things to do, mate."
Yeah, I'm too busy. Yeah, well, it was one of those ones, weren't it? Where it was, I think for me, it's a strange one, because I played Unraveled 1 in my EA Access trial and then didn't finish it. I was hyped for when it got announced, and then I gave it a little bit more thought and was like, I don't really need this. It's a co-op version. That's cool. If it ain't got multiplayer, if it hasn't got online co-op, then it doesn't really work for me, because I don't really have many people in my area that I play games with. So for that reason, I was like, I'm not going to play it solo when it's it looked like a co-op experience, though you could play it solo. And I was like, for me, no, I'm good. Chris, you didn't pick it up, I know, so was there any temptation to get it?
No, I never played the first, and I'm not into platformers like that, so not really.
Fair enough. Number 9 then, Chris, what you got?
Pokemon Let's Go.
Me too, number 9.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not a game I thought would ever be in my top 10 list. We talked about it.
You hated it
before it came out. I was not a fan of it.
Yeah.
I still have my gripes with the game.
Such as?
But I ended up the catching mechanic. If you play in the handheld mode, you have to actually like aim the Switch.
Got ya.
I much prefer actually using the Joy-Con, which I would have not thought before I played it.
Yeah.
It feels a lot better than I would have ever assumed catching Pokemon that way.
Okay.
It was also like a huge nostalgia trip.
That's why it made my list.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody knows that I have fallen well off the Pokemon train, as we learned, because I couldn't. I thought I knew that game way better than I actually knew that game. I totally was like, I know this game, it's all good. I've played Yellow, I played it plenty of times when I was 10. Now I'm like, oh, I don't remember the names of these Pokemon, I don't remember this part of the story, but yeah, that nostalgia of going back to that world, for me, was fantastic. I did have my gripes with the Joy-Con controls, throwing the ball. There is a knack to it. Once you get it, you've got it, but at the start, you're wasting a lot of Pokeballs.
Agreed.
The one thing I did learn with that game is I don't care about shiny hunting. I love watching the videos of people doing it, but me personally, that is endgame content, and I realized that I don't need in-game content in Pokemon. It's get the Pokedex, and I'm done.
Well, getting the Pokedex is also endgame content as well.
It is, but
Pokemon.
Go on.
No,
yeah, it is, but what I mean by that more is you can get it, the full 151 or 153 in this one, without finishing the game first. You could, hypothetically speaking.
All right.
The one thing where endgame content to me is you have to finish the game to then get to that content.
Got you. Okay.
But the big thing for me is I've still got it and I'm getting ready to sell it. I just said to Moody, because Moody's tempted to get a Switch. And I was like, oh, do you want to buy it? He's like, whatever. But I was like, I don't need this anymore. Back in the day when I was a kid, it was like I had to keep hold of this game. Like, in case someone comes around my house, it's like, let's play Pokemon, or let's trade, or let's do something. And now I'm like, oh, I forget I'm a grown man that streams for a living, where I'm like, I'm not going out to battle somebody. It's not happening. Like, I just don't feel the need to grind my Pokemon to level 50. That is level 50, it's 100. 99.
It's 100, isn't it?
Yeah, 90. I think you're right. I think it's 99. I don't feel the need to grind my characters to that level. I don't feel the need to complete the Pokedex, because I've done it before. You don't get anything. It's just your own personal joy. And I'm just like, oh, okay. I played it. I've completed it. I'm done with it. And more power to anyone that is shiny grinding, because you're crazy son of a guns, and is doing all that. But for me, I had my nostalgia trip with it, and I'll do exactly the same if they did this with Red, or if they did this with Blue, or if they did this, which are pretty much the same games, so they probably shouldn't. But no, but you get what I mean. I still probably would buy it again. I'd still probably buy it again if they were like, Red, here you go. But oh, okay, yeah, cool. Fuck it, why not?
And if it's the same exact thing, basically.
We know what we're getting, Let's Go. We know. Like, I'm tempted to get Eevee. I'm tempted to do it just to get it. It's weird.
Okay, so question, in the future, if they come out with Pokemon Let's Go, whatever the equivalent would be for Silver and Gold, do you see yourself getting those as well?
That's where I stop. I'll play that one. That will be the one I play, but anything beyond Gold and Silver, I'm done.
Is done.
That's where I quit as a kid, and that's where I'll quit as an adult. Where I'm like, I have absolutely no interest in any of the new Pokemon, which is changing over time. Like, I'm on Twitch at the moment watching the Pokemon Marathon just in the background. I'm like, oh, some of these characters are kind of cute. This is kind of interesting. So maybe it'll get it back. Haley got me these these manga Pokemon books that are from a total, like, my generation of Pokemon is yellow, blue, red, yellow. Like, that is my main. I remember Gold and Silver slightly, like super slightly, and then I remember playing Sapphire. Is it Ruby Sapphire? Is that right?
Ruby Sapphire.
Yeah. See, I'm not a fake fan as everyone keeps telling me. But yeah.
But you're not going to go to Hoenn? or
Yeah,
Sinnoh
no,
or Unova
no,
or Kalos?
Nope,
Yeah.
not doing any of that. Thank you very much.
You don't want to
good.
get a Froppy and evolve him to Grin Ninja?
No, I don't.
You don't want to. You don't want to get a Trico and get him to a Sceptile?
I'll be honest with you. None of that sounds
That's
like
going
real
right
things.
out of your head.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Moody, why are you making up words?
Pretty much. I'm dyslexic. That could clearly be real words. I wouldn't even know. But yeah, for me, I was just like, oh, that's a shame. But it did make it on my list because I did have a load of fun with it when I was playing it, which is, I'm assuming, the same for you, Crash.
Yeah. A huge shout out to the cutscenes they added.
Yes.
Like stuff that would have just normally been like text conversations. They added cutscenes for, which amped up the nostalgia quite a bit.
100%.
Because that's how I saw it in my head as a kid, but not how it really happened, which was
Exactly.
really dope.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I say.
I missed this. I missed this.
You haven't missed it though, because you'll get it when you get it. That's the thing, and you'll have the exact same nostalgia trip, and everything will be exactly the same for you. It's the hard part about you is you've seen it already. I think for me it was not watching any streams and actually going into it. I was like, oh, this is actually really cool, and I liked the aspect of seeing the Pokemon, which I didn't think I would. I thought that was going to be bullshit, if I'm honest. It's like, why do I need to see the Pokemon? No, it actually added to the game where I was like, I get to skip the bullcrap of, I don't need a 10,000 Rattatas. Like, I can if I'm grinding to level up Rattata, but I don't need this. And it actually added and made Pokemon more fun for me. Me, as a casual fan.
Right.
Yeah, I'm a filthy casual when it comes to Pokemon, clearly. Who are we on? No, both of us 9, so yeah. 8. Mr. Moody, where you at?
Crash is 10, Monster Hunter World.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, everything what Crash said, absolute. This game came out of nowhere. I had no interest in whatsoever. Like when it was revealed at E3 the year before, I was like, eh. And then it came out, and then everyone was gushing all over it, and I was like, all right, I have no game to play right now, so I'll have a go with it. And it just clicked. I didn't complete it. I played a lot of it.
Yeah.
But I really, really enjoyed it. It was just one of those. I haven't delved into a good JRPG for a long, long time, and that's basically what was that was kind of the nostalgia factor for me.
Yeah, everything about that game was fun when I was playing it, but I hated the online system. I hated the crafting system. It was a JRPG, and it was like not for me as someone who's not hardcore into JRPGs. I was like, this is... I remember why I play 10, 20 hours at these games and never finish them, and Monster Hunter World was no different. My brother-in-law, on the other hand, who I game share with, he absolutely destroyed it. Like, absolutely smashed that game. I was like, good for you. I'm glad you're having fun with it, but it just, for some reason, couldn't click with me. Like, I played enough of it when I was streaming it, but to help people, because that is a game you need people to play it with, especially. That's hence why you ain't got to 10 hours, I'd say, with Crash. It's just hard to really grind that game on your own, because it's so hard as well.
Yeah.
Unless you Stu.
Shout out to Stu. Shout out to Stu.
He charges in to seeing everybody. He's like, bring it.
Yeah, he does. He's nice. He's like, why am I bad at this game? I'm like, come on, dude. Crash number 8, what you got?
Spyro Reignited Trilogy.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know you played this. Interesting.
Yeah. Huge nostalgia trip. I'll say, like, nostalgia had quite a bit to do with this.
Okay.
It also, when I was replaying the remastered edition, it sort of spoke to how well that game was designed, because none of it feels overly dated.
Got ya.
Some of it feels a little corny and cringy when it comes to character and story stuff.
But it's a kid's game.
Exactly. I'm an adult now.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna receive it the same way I did when I was a kid and they make like a fart joke or something like that and I laugh at it. Yeah. But yeah, I didn't know I needed this. I got kind of excited when they announced it, and then I kind of forgot about it, and then it came out, and my brother got it on the PS4. I game share with him, so I was like, oh, let me download it, let me play it.
Got ya.
I will say that I only beat the first 2 right now. There's still the 3rd game that I haven't gotten to. I'll get to it when I get to it.
Spyro.
Yeah. But yeah, I absolutely love these games. Just reminded me sort of some childhood innocence, if you will.
Yeah, you're definitely not innocent no more, so that makes sense. Again, a game I skipped out on. I bought Crash for Haley day 1 when I surprised her with it. She played it for about 10 minutes. I was like, I'm not doing the same with Spyro. Nope. She's like, I want it. I'm like, nah. No, you don't. You're a liar. You want the thought of having it. You don't actually want it. I'm like, no, thank you. I'm not doing it again. So yeah, that's where I lay with Spyro.
Your brain can't remember how hard those games were.
No, but that was the same with Crash. Crash for me, I was like, oh my god, like it's actually really challenging. Spyro, I think, is a lot easier, but still has its moments. I'm sure.
Yeah.
But
Crash also has like some weird things where like certain animations will look like they don't hit you and they do hit you.
Yeah, which is just like the PS1 version. Yeah.
So they kept that the same. I kind of wish they would have fixed that, but I get why they kept it the same. They wanted people to have the same experiences.
Yeah.
And now we live in like outrage times where people would have been pissed if it isn't the same exact
100%.
experience.
How dare you change my Crash Bandicoot? Ugh.
I wanted to die right there.
Exactly.
How could you do that to me?
Yeah, trust. It's a weird one, but that's how it is. Moody, number 7.
Have you done your 8?
Oh, sorry, Dead Cells for me, number 8. Quite low on the list, and then I realised how good this year was for games when you actually think about it. Dead Cells, a game that Metroidvania-like. It's not my type of game. Like a Metroidvania-like game is my type of game. Resident Evil, obviously, my favourite game of all time, but Resident Evil 2. Let's make sure we made that very clear. But I saw people playing this game and I was like, all right, it looks fine, it looks pretty enough. And then you actually play the game and you're like, oh, this game's actually a ton of fun. And you find yourself, it was one of those games that when I wasn't streaming, I'd jump on for an hour and play and then put it down, and I never felt robbed. Never actually got good enough to beat it because I'm not that good at that game. But when you have a good run, and you're just, you've got your weapons, the weapons you really want, and you're just running through that game like nobody's business, and then you die, and it's that heartache, like, I have to do it all again. And being like, oh, cool, I get to do it all again. So it's actually a lot of fun. So you learning the chest, to do the curse chest, like, to kill 10 enemies without getting hit. You're like, damn, I don't know if I want to take this risk right now. I've got the weapons I want, but what's in that chest, man? Like,
and then you open it and get something that you don't even want.
You don't
and you're
need
like,
it.
oh,
Like,
man.
God damn it. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But you always feel like you're building on that game. You're learning new things. You learn something new every time you play it. And that's why it made my list at number 8. So, did anyone else play it?
Yes.
That's
yeah. It was amazing.
Moody?
I'll talk about it later.
Okay, cool.
Same with Crash.
Okay. Number 7, Mood.
Fuck the Oscars.
Oh, A Way
Out.
Okay. Yeah.
Even though I love the Oscars. Yeah, A Way Out, absolutely. It clicked straight away just from when it was announced. And then obviously he got so much love with the fuck the Oscars thing and everything. Just how bubbly and how great his personality was, the creator. Yeah, absolutely, such a great game, a great co-op game. Story felt like I could see where it was going, but then when the ending happened, and I was just like, no, you can't do this, and obviously I got killed by a mate. I was just like, damn it. I was like, no, don't you do this to me.
Yeah.
Don't you do this to me. And he said, I have to move it. I was like, fine.
Fair
Take care of my wife. I was like, but no, yeah, absolutely, just really, it exceeded my expectations.
Fair enough.
It was that good.
Fair enough. Chris, did you ever get round to A Way Out?
No, I was meant to play this with Ben, but we were just completely like this year in general for like the latter half of the year, completely different like schedules. He's working.
Go on.
I'm schooling all that stuff and wasting my life away and whatnot, you know.
Too busy playing fucking League of Legends. Shut the fuck up.
That's not an incorrect statement.
Which, more power to you. I've got A Way Out on my list, so I'll wait to talk about it. Number 7 for you, Crash.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
I hate your guts. Suck a big juicy one, Crash. Are you kidding me? Number 7?
Yeah, absolutely.
You better defend yourself right now. Go on.
It could have been worse. It could not have been on the list.
I mean, I'd rather it not be.
I was looking for ways for this not to be on the list.
Nah, shut up, you idiot. No. Go on. Why? Okay, in my opinion, why so low? Chris has absolutely lost his lights. Shout out to him.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay. Why so low?
Yeah.
Because this is the game that taught me I'm not in love with Assassin's Creed anymore.
Okay. And then, okay, go on.
So let me just start with what I liked about this game. I love the open world. I love the way you get attached to the main character, how you make the choices, how the skill tree progresses. in the beginning.
Okay.
Because I feel like where you put the skill points in the beginning of the game is super impactful, and then once you get the skills you want, it ends up being less impactful. And then I love the story. I love the way they set up the story, the way the cultists and all that.
Yeah.
I really dig it. And if it had been a 10-hour experience with optional
10
side
hours?
stuff, I would have loved it. But I understand that this game couldn't exist the way it is as a 10-hour experience.
Uh-huh.
And once you get to that 10-hour point is where I sort of started falling out of love with it. There's a lot of open world stuff to do, and I didn't want to do all of it because it started feeling very repetitive. Go to this fort, go to this, kill these people, get the loot, kill these people, get the loot. And that's not really what I want. For me, Assassin's Creed has always been sort of a story experience where I get to feel like a badass.
Yeah.
And Assassin's Creed, since Origins, has sort of started stepping away from it.
Since it started getting good, yeah.
If you say so, Fix, I'm not going to argue with that on that.
I do say so. That's
okay,
what I say.
Okay. Fix speaks law.
I mean, when you're the host, you speak what you want, mate. You know what I mean? I'll edit your voice out.
True.
Don't worry. Moody, is this on your list?
Yes.
Cool. We'll dive in deeper later then. Number 7 from me, Super Mario Party. Obviously, I love Mario Party. It's the only reason I bought a Switch. Generally, I mean that. Zelda, didn't care. I've got it, didn't care for it. Super Mario Party was the game why I bought a Switch. I knew they would bring a Mario Party out. Was it going to be any good? That was the question. They went back to its roots, and it is good. It's fun. The mini games are all fun. I've not come across one mini game that I'm like, this sucks. The only problem with the game is the lack of maps, because there's only three maps for multiplayer, really, and not enough content. I think it's quite content light. I'm at the point where when I'm playing the game, I'm repeating mini games now, which is a shame, and I've not played the game that much. But yeah, Super Mario Party is exactly what I wanted from it. The one thing they should have added, but they didn't, maybe I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, please email in or drop it in the comments below, and I just haven't seen it maybe. But in 8, you used to be able to unlock like new mini games, you could unlock new maps, you could unlock with coins that you earn from the game, and that doesn't have it in this one, which is something that I feel like games are going away from because DLC, and I'm sort of sitting here waiting like, okay, cool, if you're going to make me pay for this, where's the DLC? Give me 3 new maps. Because each map is so unique in this Mario Party, where they all have their pluses, they all have their cons, and it makes for quite an interesting experience. It changes the game. Also, the other big gripe that I have with the game is the online. Don't give us online, but not really give us online. That's annoying. We all wanted Mario Party online, like everyone in my friendship group. We've always wanted that, to be able to play with Kresh or Moody or anybody else online would be amazing. We can make a drinking game out of it, and we can do what we want and blah 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 blah, especially us as content creators as well. That let me down, but the game itself is definitely worthy to be in my top 10 this year, definitely.
Do you think it was a bit rushed? If it was that small, I'm just asking.
No, I feel like this is what you're getting from a game of what Mario Party is. Mario Party doesn't sell gangbusters. We knew this was going to be one of the lower selling Switch games, where Switch games are always selling well. Mario Party didn't, or doesn't usually anyway. I don't think it doesn't feel rushed. It doesn't feel rushed. It just doesn't feel. When you've got Zelda and you've got Mario Odyssey and you've got Splatoon 2 and you've got, let me look here, Mario Kart or Smash Bros or Pokemon, all those games feel amazing. Where Super Mario Party is maybe the one game where I'm like, well, I have gripes with it. Like Zelda, I still have gripes with. But you understand what I mean, what I'm trying to say here. From the online especially, I would have got so many more hours out of this game if it had normal online mode. Not just I'm playing mini games. What was so wrong where you couldn't figure that out? Latency? Lag? You still haven't figured out how to do online games properly?
Yeah.
Maybe we're seeing that with Smash now. So maybe that's the case where like we just can't. For some reason, they can't figure it out, which is so annoying. Because a game like that, imagine a Mario Party online. Just that's the game. Oh, so good.
I would have bought that day one, 100%. Yeah. This is a game I skipped on just because it didn't have online. I remember when this was announced, me and you were super excited. And then I mentioned when I read it somewhere that the online's only mini games,
Yeah.
which is
Nope.
that's online, but it's not really online. It's not what anybody.
It's
wanted.
not what we want from it, which is
Yeah.
that's the point. That's the problem. It's not what we want from it, and like, if you ain't getting what you want, don't buy it. So
Yeah. And that seems kind of like an issue with what Nintendo has. Like one of Nintendo's issue is understanding
online.
what people necessarily want in terms of online. Yeah.
Well, we're still waiting for Virtual Console. It's like, dude, like, how did they not do this so far? I get what they're doing with the online stuff and they're adding games in, but they're not even the games that we want yet. Like, no offense, there's games there, but they're not what we want yet. So it's a shame.
Yeah. Agreed.
Number 6, Crash. I skipped it up. Hey.
Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
This is one of the games where it's like I don't have too much to talk about. I love the world. I love Arthur Morgan. I love the horse. I loved all the systems in place.
Not the horse.
Just too slow for it to be higher on the list. I still love the game, and I feel it's a great game, and it's the game design around it is near perfect. It's just not entirely for me. Not much to say about it.
Fair enough. It's on my list, so I'll talk about it a little bit later. Moody?
It's not on my list.
So
I didn't play enough of it. I basically made the decision that college has to come first, and it was just too big of a game to play. I might get back to it, I might not, but I wasn't also clicking with it truly. So
cool.
So I don't think I'll go back to it. I think of open world games have done it. Have sucked me in better than this one did.
That's crazy. Imagine we're saying that about Red Dead Redemption 2.
Don't give people my Twitter. Or my address. I can see the pitchforks coming now.
Alright, movie number 6, what you got?
Detroit Become Human.
Ooh.
I absolutely loved this. I absolutely loved it. Played at EGX, was my game of EGX when I was there. Just clicked with it. Yeah, there are a couple of story points. I do not disagree with that. But I loved all the characters. Connor was absolutely brilliant for me. I loved it. I was I really enjoyed Heavy Rain. Didn't click with the Beyond Two Souls that much, so I was very intrigued to see where this was going. But yeah, I just loved the diversity. I loved the messaging. It beats you over the head a bit.
Yeah.
But no, I just loved it. I loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Fair enough. Chris, did you ever get around to playing Detroit Become Human?
No, this is another one of those games where it's like, how did I miss this and why didn't I play this?
Oh my god.
There's a few of those games.
It's on my list, so I'm not talking about it just yet, but yeah, oh my god, yeah. Oh, damn. Number 6. Number 6 for me, A Way Out. Everything Moody said, but more. This game for me was brilliant. I absolutely loved The Way Out. It was the first ever press event I went to, so disclosure, they took me to a press event, put me in a room, blah 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 blah, so I got to check it out early. Didn't get a review copy though. EA, thanks for nothing. JK, you suck. But the game was amazing. Like, for me, if you want an experience that you can play with your significant other who's not into video games, A Way Out is that. Everything from the start when they announced this game to the ending of when you get told, okay, you haven't got to buy 2 copies of the game. You get a friend code that can just play it. What? That doesn't happen in 2018. That's not what EA's about. They want to make money, so they're going to send... No, this wasn't what this was about. This was a co-op tailored experience that stuck around long enough that wasn't too long, but went away quick enough that it wasn't too long as well, where it was just that sweet spot. The only part of the game I didn't like was when you're in the back of the car shooting. I thought, and the back of the car shooting, and when you're shooting in the mansion, I thought the shooting was absolutely terrible, but everything else beyond that, fantastic. One of the one point of this game that really upset me was it got spoiled for me in stream, the ending, which really upset me because I didn't see it coming. I didn't, as much as I'm pretty dumb when it comes to those sort of twists and turns, because I'm trying not to buy in too much. I'm not over analyzing. I'm not overthinking. So when that got spoiled for me, I was like, fudge, I can see it all. Nah. But besides that, just the fact that it got spoiled for me, I still wanted to finish it, should tell you even more how good this game was. So yeah, it's definitely number 6 on my list. Number 5, Mood, what you got?
Dead Cells.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely everything. What was you said it?
Me,
Can't remember. Yeah, loved it. Absolutely loved it. Castlevania, like everything. Just when this is always the best sorting out for me, is that when my partner plays it and she says, "I'm only play an hour." 6 hours later.
Yeah, that tells you how good the game is.
Yeah, if it's clicked with her, it's gonna click with me, and it did. I'll full disclosure, I haven't completed it
Yeah,
because
me
it's
either.
extremely fucking hard.
Yeah.
I will not deny that. I don't know if I'll ever complete it. Just like Super Meat Boy, loved that game, never completed it. But no, yeah, really, really loved it. I love the dynamic to it, the weapons, everything, different styles you can make up for yourself. I had 2 different styles that I was thinking, oh, I didn't realize I would like this type of style. And everything. It was just, yeah, absolutely loved it.
Fair
So
enough.
Good. So good,
Fair
man. It
enough.
really was.
Cool. Chris, it's still on your list?
Yeah, it's number 5 as well.
Oh,
For me
okay.
as well. Yeah. Yeah. Everything Moody said, everything you said earlier, just the way that game progresses, where every time you go through, you feel like you're unlocking or accomplishing something, or even if you don't get anything, you feel like you slightly understand the game better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant game design. I also like, this is probably the best example of what early access can do for a game. Because I remember when it was first in early access, I was like, "Yo, Fix, you should check this game out."
Yeah, I do.
You
I
never,
remember you saying
you
that.
never checked it out.
No way.
I did, and
I
I
remember
was sort of like,
watching you
"Oh,
play
this
it.
is fun.
Yeah.
It's whatever." And then I stopped playing it, and then I come back to it, however many months later, and it's like, this is the same game, but it's significantly different.
Yeah.
To the point where everything feels more balanced, it feels more polished, and it's generally a funner game.
Yeah. No, yeah, you made a perfect point there, to be honest with you, with the early access. I didn't even think about it. Definitely the community helped build that game. They definitely had their input on it, and testament to how good the game is that it even gets on my top 10, so.
Yep.
Yeah. Number 5 for me is Red Dead Redemption 2. So it didn't even crack our top 3. Interesting. Again,
Didn't crack my top
it's
10.
it's a fantastic game. It's a beautiful, crafted piece of art, but no game that I run into a tree 50,000 times can be anywhere higher than 5, because that game it just frustrated me too much. For all its beauty and all its attention to detail and the things that some of us are not even seeing in that goddamn game, it has some big problems. Number 1, I'm not going to spoil it because I don't want to. I don't think anyone should have this game spoiled. But number 1, there should have been a point where the game tells you, hey, don't go any further or your side missions are going to either adapt or go away. I missed a whole side mission story arc that I wanted to get to that is now gone. Just absolutely gone because I didn't finish it with what was going on. And that automatically pees me off. Why can you not give me a warning? You're still a video game. I get that you're trying to be more than a video game, but you're not. You're still a video game. You still have to save it. I still have to tap A to move this horse. You're a video game. So act like it. And tell me when there's a point of no return. And that really annoyed me. Other than that, I thought the game, the epilogue, right? After it's the epilogue, that was too long. A lot of fun when I was playing it, but way too long. Once you've, in my opinion, story was great, but I did feel like it was a slug to get through. So once you've slugged your way through it, to get to this epilogue where you want to carry on playing, you're already tired, you're fatigued. It's like a boxing match. You get to the 10th, 11th round, you're like, just knock him out now, please. I'm done. I've seen 2 guys punch for 10 rounds. And that's where I was at with this game, where I'm like, oh, this is really cool, and I actually quite like this, but I want it over. So that's the problem. Too slow, too meticulous, too much, too real. I never thought I'd say it, but too real.
Yeah.
Too. I shouldn't have to. And we played online. Jumping online didn't help this game at all for me. Where I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot you have to ride a long time before you get anywhere. And your horse is dying every 2 seconds and running out of stamina, and it's like, no, I can't.
Hitting a tree.
I can't. Yeah, but once you figure out how not to hit a tree, it's just your horse is, in online, your horse is tired every 2 seconds. I'm like, nah, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm good. Thank you for crafting this amazing piece of art, but it just didn't click with me all the way. Clicked with me enough for me to finish it though, but just not all the way.
I think it's the game closest to like the Oasis from Ready Player One film than you ever read, because it's a game you have to live in, basically, or you can live in, should I say?
Not quite. I won't give you that stretch because that film's amazing. But I get what you're saying.
Close to it. Close to it. No, but yeah, it's a game that you can completely lose yourself in.
Yeah.
And everything, and like especially when you see people constantly still playing it now to these days.
Oh yeah.
Saying, "Oh my god, I have not realized. Oh my god, I just found this and everything." And so it's a great testament, especially with how much work Rockstar put into it. So
100%.
Yeah. I agree.
100%.
The game design in that game is phenomenal.
Yep.
Like everything in that game is purposeful. Even you running into trees is very purposeful for them. Because every time I ran my horse into a tree, I felt bad.
Yeah. Oh
like,
yeah.
My horse neck snapped. It made some noises. It just laid there for a while. I'm like, "Are you dead?" Then it starts moving. I'm like, "Okay, you're
Thank
good.
God.
I'm happy now."
You're
yeah.
not dead.
But it's
Wait, your neck shouldn't be looking that way.
Everything in the story department in that game is amazing. The world building and stuff like that. But the actual game isn't fun. The shooting mechanics are not great.
Yeah.
The horse controls are not great. So that's my problem. So that's why it's a number 5. Number 4, Moody. What you got?
Celeste.
Oh, okay.
Loved it. Absolutely loved it. I just loved everything about it. I loved the theme that was going for with the character. Clicked with the characters. The level design was really, really very unique. Kind of like when it comes to like Dead Cells, a game where I could just get so vexed at, but I had to go back. I had to get it done. And everything. I won't lie, I did kind of drop it down to baby ass mode a little bit.
Don't matter.
Still got it done. But no, had a lot of fun with it. Just it's for me, but overall, probably the indie game of the year for me overall. But yeah, so good, loved it.
Fair enough.
Especially when it came out of nowhere for me. When everyone was when I was seeing this, thinking, "What's this game? Oh my god, all 10s, 9s, all this," and I was thinking, "Okay, I gotta have a look at it."
Yeah, this game got robbed by me, really, because I was almost going to buy it before we did this podcast to see if it had made my top 10 list, and then Xbox announced it was going with Games with Gold. I was like, I'm good. I'm good. Did you ever get around to playing it, Kresh?
No.
Nah,
Platformers are not my thing, so
Yeah.
it's like, it's gonna be with Games with Gold.
Yeah.
I'll play it at that point, but it's not something I'm gonna invest money into.
You already invested money into your Games with Gold, so, you know.
True. You know what? I take that back.
That's
is
great. That's what I'm
statement.
talking about. That's what I'm talking
True
about.
statement.
Number
I'm buying Celeste.
Yes, exactly. Well, you technically already paid for it, you know what I mean?
I'm
You paid for
renting
your year.
Celeste.
I mean, you're leasing it. You're leasing it.
There we go. That's even better. There you go.
There you go. I got you guys. Trust me. Number 4 for you, Kresh. What you got?
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Oh, I only just got this game. It's not out. It's only been out a little while. You've only had it a tiny bit, really, in the grand scheme of things.
I can't go a day without one.
It's almost like you rushed this list and didn't take this list very serious.
What?
I'm messing with you.
I can't go a day without wanting to play this game.
Fair enough.
Wanting to learn something of this game. I love fighting games. You know this. I'm
Yes.
not particularly like amazing at them. I consider myself decent at them.
You're better than the
Better
average
than both me
casual.
and better than both me and Fixer combined, so don't
Yeah,
worry.
100%. 100%.
So I absolutely love this. There's not a moment where I'm playing this game where I'm not hyped. It has a huge roster, which is kind of tedious to unlock everything in the roster.
Unless you fudge it like I did. Mm-hmm.
I fudged it and it still felt a little tedious. But no, I like that. I miss the feeling of like unlocking a character and then playing through them, because you don't really get that in games too much.
True.
Like
Yeah.
you don't get secret unlocks at all anymore, really. Mostly because if there are secret unlocks, it's gonna get spoiled.
Oh, it's out in the previews before you even get to it. So
Yeah. So I don't know. I loved it. I love every moment. I can't go a day without playing this game. It's like I want to play it. I want to learn something about this game. I want to learn the mechanics. It's also the first time I'm really taking the time to learn a Smash game that way. I've played them in the past, but when I played them in the past, I played them as party games, not really a fighting game.
which is exactly how I play the game. I played it. I enjoy it. I have no dying, burning need to play it, but it's one of the games you have to have. If you have people around, or if you do go out somewhere, people are going to say to you, have you got Smash? I'm like, yes, I have Smash. So let's play. I can dick around. I know how to play Link, kinda. So that do. There's my main, and then I'll get around to the rest of it, sort of thing. Moody, you're going to get a Switch soon, right? Will you be picking up Smash?
Hopefully. Yes.
Cool.
Gotta get those Pokemon characters, man.
Exactly. you fucking nerd.
Got a grip off the Greninja.
Of course.
My boy Greninja.
Greninja? Is that real? What?
Yes.
It's a Pokemon. Yes,
Oh
Greninja
my
is
God.
real. He has a
Pokemon.
scarf, but his tongue is his scarf. Fun fact.
Yeah.
What? Oh, okay. Moving on. Number 4 for me, Detroit Become Human. A game that I played, strictly a game I played off stream on purpose. Where I was like, I just want to sit
Good
back,
idea.
relax, and play it. And me and Haley played through this game and loved every single moment of it. Like, there was nothing about this game that I was like, oh, there's so many different story arcs that it's like, I couldn't sit there and critique it. I'm like, they've created, and the way they created it, and the way that you can see the parts that you've missed out, and the whole tree, and just everything about it is so much fun. Like, this could have easily been my game of the year. But the 3 games above it are just so much more of a, I don't mean this to, no disrespect to Detroit Become Human, but more of a gamey game, where Detroit Become Human is more of a story. I'm being told a story,
Gotcha.
and I'm getting to experience that story. I don't get that with these other games that I'm going to talk about. So, yeah, Detroit, everything about it, I loved. It's annoying, because I'm only just starting this podcast, but when I was in that mode, I would have been gushing about this game so much, but I had nowhere to gush about it apart from on stream. So, that's where I did it. So
Now
yeah,
you can.
but I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Yeah, number 3, Crash. Go. What you got?
Spider-Man.
Me too.
Oh man, this game. I could talk for hours on how like good this game
Spider-Man
is.
podcast, guys. Buckle up. Let's go.
I felt so giddy swinging around, fighting people, throwing them up in the air, webbing them. I feel towards the end, a lot of that stuff, aside from the swinging around, gets a little bit repetitive. Once you figure out the kinks, it gets a little bit too easy.
Okay.
But even with those like sort of my gripes with the game, I still loved every moment of it.
Yeah.
I felt like Spider-Man playing this game. This game's the equivalent of what Arkham Asylum did for Batman, where it's like in that you felt like Batman, in this
Yeah.
I feel like Spider-Man. I feel like Peter Parker also. You have Peter Parker moments, you have Spider-Man moments. It's well-rounded. It's like a Spider-Man comic.
It's the best balance of a Spider-Man game ever. It's probably the best Spider-Man game ever, which Spider-Man 2, obviously, people hold that in such high regards. This is how you think Spider-Man 2 plays. Everything about it is that.
100%.
It's like you said, it's Peter Parker, it's Spider-Man. The only problem I had with it was the story to a degree. I love the story, I love the Miles, but it was so predictable once you saw it come in, and I was like, maybe they won't, because they've done such a good job with everything else, and they do, and you're like, oh man, I'm kind of let down by that, but they are building this world. We're definitely getting a number 2, and there's going to be even more.
100%.
The fun thing for me, the fun and bad thing, I had to get rid of this game straight away because I needed to get, was it God of War that dropped after it, or something dropped after it?
Assassin's Creed dropped after it.
Was it Assassin's Creed?
Assassin's Creed was like
Tomb
a
Raider
week.
Okay,
week
maybe I got
later,
Assassin's Creed for
and then
review
Assassin's
then.
Creed.
So Assassin's Creed must have come for review. So I sold Spider-Man, but I didn't do any side stuff. I literally just done main stuff. So I actually can't wait to get it back again, to get the DLC, and to get to do all the side content that I didn't do. So I'm like, I know I still got like 50% of that game to play, and I'm like, thank God, because I can't wait to go back and do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Spider-Man's so good. Everything about it. Obviously, I missed the Raimi suit wasn't in it, but it's now there now. So if people, you go get it, it's free. I did really not like the suit selection for me, but then again, like Chris likes to tell me, I'm a casual Spider-Man fan and fake fan, because I didn't understand the suits, which is 100% right, if we're being serious. I think there's nothing wrong with that, though. I figured that out a little bit more this year, which is, I'm not hardcore into anything apart from Resident Evil.
Which is fine.
Like, there's nothing that I am diehard apart from Resident Evil, which I've proved while playing the game with Haley sitting next to me, like going through it. I'm like, don't worry, I know. And she's like, do I even need to be here? Yeah, no, I only died once. Yeah, slow yourself. I died once. That whole Resident Evil 2.
He's seen him play a game he knows how to play.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, yo, I know what the fuck I'm doing, boys. Let's go. Like, so it's interesting. Moody, did Spider-Man make it on your list, or?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
Oh, I'm really interested to see where that is. So, okay, did you do your number 3?
No, I've not.
Sorry, number 3, what you got?
This could change, I won't lie. With 2, because number 1 is my number 1, but 2 and 3, they are so close. Right now, it's Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Ah, my man.
Absolutely loving Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It's just like with Fixer, didn't think we needed this.
Didn't need it. Didn't need it. I still stand by that. I made that statement on my Xbox and Me, which was I thought that Origins, there was enough legs in Origin and there was enough content they could have brought out in Origins, like they were doing, that we didn't need Odyssey for another year. We could have quite easily got Odyssey this year, which is what I think would have been a better idea, personally.
2019, not this.
Yeah, personally, because they did everything right. They improved on everything. The game is on my list as well, and we'll get to it. But there is a point where I was like, man, we didn't need this. Sorry, Moody, carry on though.
No, it just everything clicked with me. Just was the open world that I was looking for, apart from another one I might talk about. Yeah, I'm still playing it now. I haven't completed it yet. I'm literally still playing it now. Like it's same with the Red Dead thing. I stopped playing big open world games because of college and everything.
Yeah.
It was just like little multiplayer games like Siege, and a game I can just quickly play. But I'm back. I've been playing it the last 4 days basically, and I've just been loving it and smashing it.
Yeah.
Really can't wait to get into doing the DLC because I both me and my mate bought the big pack for it, so
nice.
we're gonna get all the DLC for it. Yeah, absolutely loving it.
Nice.
Can't wait to see more. Can't wait to delve into it more. And hashtag Cassandra.
Hashtag no. Which, did you see the stats came out that there's not that many people playing Cassandra? Which is crazy. I thought I was in the minority, but the majority of people played as Alexios, which I'm like, that's more like it. My boys.
That's a personal choice.
100%.
People couldn't handle a female
But
character in a
I'll just
Battlefield
say
cover.
what,
I don't think they're playing.
I'll just say
Keep
what
talking,
Cassandra would say is Malaka. She wouldn't like that. Cassandra's like saying, fuck you, all these.
Yeah, yeah, agreed.
I am the greatest, and we all know it. I was the one picked for the awards, not him.
What? I missed it. I missed what you said. Oh, man.
It's all about you, not to you.
Oh, perfect. I'll check that in editing. All right, number 2, Kresh, what you got?
Dragon Ball Fighters.
Oh, mate. Really?
Yeah.
Was that good?
That was this year.
Yeah, I love this game.
Okay.
I absolutely loved this game.
So why?
BRB.
Man, I played Dragon Ball Z games for a very long time. I've played them since the PS2 with Tenkaichi whatever.
Yeah.
I don't really remember the names too
yeah,
well. Budokai.
Budokai,
Budokai. I played the Game Boy Advance RPG games. I played Xenoverse. This is the first time I felt like we got a definitively good Dragon Ball experience.
Okay.
The story was kind of whatever, but when you're playing as Goku, you're playing as Piccolo, you're playing as Vegeta, Frieza, whoever it be, you feel like you are that character. It feels accurate to the game, to the world.
Yeah.
And then there's little cinematic finishes that you get. If you're playing Trunks and you kill Frieza on a specific world with a specific move, you get a cinematic finish. It just spoke. This year, a lot of games just spoke to nostalgia and like childhood and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And on top of that, it's just a super solid fighting game for the most part.
Fair enough. One mood is gone. I'll talk about Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It's number 2 on my list. Everything about Assassin's Creed Odyssey is fun. Everything about it. Like I said, it's the one video game that I got it sent for a review, for full disclosure, and I was like, okay, here we go. I loved Origins, and I loved Origins so much that I was like, is this really going to be that leap? I played 1, 2, and I was like, the leap's not there in those games. Well, it is, and it isn't. It's still an Assassin's Creed game. And I didn't, like I said, I went on record saying I didn't think we needed this. And they improved on everything in Origins, except for the story for me. I'm with you in a way of the story is way too long. Way too long. But what they do improve on is the gameplay. What they do improve on is building another brilliant open world that I want to live in. What they do improve on is new characters that I want to speak to and I want to get to know. I love the big wars that you do. I do think there's a little bit too much of a grind there to get to the story beats, which is where the big problem comes. But overall, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is a phenomenal game, and I'm so happy that they actually did make it. I would have wished I got it this year, because I feel like this year's going to be a bit slower, but I'm glad we got the game. nonetheless.
Do you think it felt a little bit repetitive at any point, or no?
I mean, to me, that's a Far Cry game. That's an Assassin's Creed game. That is a Ubisoft game. They do get repetitive because it is the same thing over and over. But
that's fair.
Honestly, that's any video game. The problem
100%.
is if you mix it up enough. And you made a good point where it's like the skill tree seems a little bit boring to you as you get further in the game. Did you actively try and change new skills, or was it a fact of you already had the skills that you liked, so you didn't want to change them?
I had the skills that I liked, and I was putting 1 point into new skills, and I'd put it in, and I tried the new skill, and it was like, this isn't feeling impactful, or like the moments I'd use this is so, it's not very often that it's not even going in my second skill tree. So for me to go into the menu and switch it out, maybe if there was slightly like a quicker way to switch it out, like you open one of the circle menus, and then maybe if you can switch it out that
RB,
way,
whatever. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Maybe it would be better. But I think like this game just taught me like this game in Red Dead was, I'm not really into open worlds that way right now.
Yeah.
Maybe I will in the future again. Like hopefully by the time Cyberpunk comes out, I mean, I'm not in this like mindset, because like as much as I wanted to invest more time in these games, I'd pick it up, I'd play it for a little bit, and I'm like, I'm forcing myself to do this, and that's just not an enjoyable experience.
Nope. Definitely not. Moody, are you back?
Yes.
Perfect. What is your number 2?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Loved it. Loved everything about it. Just bought all the DLC. Can't wait to go back. Everything you said was spot on. I agree with the open worldness part. It can get very repetitive. That's in all of them, though. Personally, for me, that's why. I think that Spider-Man and Odyssey probably hurt me with Red Dead, because it was open world. That's why I think I didn't click with Shadow of the Tomb Raider that much, because that had a bit of open worldness to it as well. Not to the extent of Spider-Man, Odyssey, and everything. But no, absolutely just clicked with it. I'm a Spider-Man. He's my favorite superhero. He's had really 3 amazing years and everything, and seeing that cameo from Stanley just hits home even more.
Especially
what happened this year.
Exactly.
It was absolutely brilliant. And after seeing Spider-Verse, I can't wait to see what they do with Miles Morales.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Spider-Verse is great. And we can hear about that where, Moody?
The Glorious Movie Show.
Oh, good at you. Good at you. Well done. All right, so number 1, we all agree then. Number 1 is God of War, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I was a bit worried.
I thought Moody was about to say no.
I was like, what? What the
Actually,
hell?
it was a farm simulator. I don't think it came out this year.
Yeah,
but,
it did. I got it.
Farm Simulator comes out every year.
That's great.
They have one every year, right? Yeah.
Well, Moody, kick us off then. Why was God of War your game of the year?
Had no anticipation for this game whatsoever. Had never played the other games at all. Loved what I saw when they revealed it and everything. I felt the hype for it, and I won't deny it today. But then when it was coming up to the game, I was just like I didn't anticipate it last year, at the beginning of this year, and I was just like, oh God of War, you're not even on my list.
Yeah.
I had no anticipation whatsoever, and then the reviews started to drop a week before the game was meant to come out, and everyone was buzzing and loving about this game, and I was just like, okay, I have to get this game now. Got it, and I just loved it. Christopher Judge absolutely embodied Kratos. The son, absolutely the most unannoying kid ever. I thought he was going to be annoying, but he wasn't for me. He just worked.
He's part of the story. That's why. I think that's the thing when you add on a character with a kid, and you're like, oh, we want you to die in the game, not in real life. But like when you're part of the story and you make sense for why you're speaking, everything made sense for why he spoke and what he said and why he was saying it and when he was saying it, and even the dumb stuff he did do. It was like, oh, you're a kid and you make sense and you're going to be treated like an adult, and oh God, so good. Everything about that game is so good. Another game I didn't do side stuff on, where I strictly just dived in deep on the main story, and I've got more content there I can get to whenever I want. Go on, Crash.
Man, that game is... As someone who's played like the past games, going into this game, where you would think, oh, it's a soft reboot, whatever, it feels like a continuation.
Okay.
It feels like Kratos has grown as a character, from this mass murderer he used to be. He killed his own father, etc., etc., etc. To this where he's trying to teach his son, like, I did all that stuff. Everything you're thinking of, everything you assume being a god means, I've done it all.
Yeah.
And it's all not worth it. You can be better. And you feel the weight of that. And the moment when he gets the Blades of Chaos and it feels sort of like a burden, like he doesn't want to do, but he has to. It's just so many moments in that game where it's constantly it's constantly feeling, it's feeling good. It's feeling the weight of the decisions and everything that happens in the game.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of the very few games that I was like, oh man, I don't want this story to end. And like, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, when you play a video game, for me anyway, and maybe you guys are different, but for me, when I play a video game, I play it and I get to a point where I'm like, all right, nah, end. That is usually what happens to me. Maybe it's because I do it for a living. Maybe it's because I'm playing games all the time and it doesn't help when you're on stream and stuff like that. Again, another game I didn't play all the way on stream. So there's moments I was just sitting in my front room on my normal TV, not at a desk and arched over. And I was like, damn, this game's good. Like the way everything in that game just feels brilliant. The way you throw your weapon, the way it comes back to you, it never gets tired. You never get tired of that feeling.
100%.
When he goes and gets the blades, I know about the blades. I've seen them obviously in the other games. Never played the other games, and I was just like, oh, I was getting hyped. I didn't even know what that actually meant, but I was like, oh, that's cool. I'm about to kill some fools, and everything just felt so good. The
game design in that game is brilliant. Like the idea that you don't get the blades in the beginning makes sense because they want to teach you this new combat system. And by the time you get the blades, you're like, I don't know if the blades will work in this game. Yeah. And then they do. They work flawlessly. It's just they had to attune you to the new way of playing the game and approaching the game.
I also want to harp back on what you said, Kresh, that you are spot on. Even though I'd never played the original games, it felt like a burden going back for those blades as well. Even when I played it, I was like, and that's a testament to the storytelling, to Christopher Judge and everything, how they created this world. It was just so good, and how they left that off. How they left that off. I'm just gonna say it. If you don't get Chris Hemsworth as Thor, I don't care. Just get him.
They're not getting Chris Hemsworth as Thor.
Chris Hemsworth as the voice of Thor. Please give me my man. Give me my man as evil Thor.
Why do you need his voice? There's so many good people out there that could do just as good his job.
I just love Chris Hemsworth. I just love him. I don't disagree. I'm literally just I'm being pathetic. I agree. Anyone can do a great job. I love Chris Hemsworth. He's my man crush.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Has anyone got anything else to add? No.
That's it, boy.
Cool. All right, I've got to go because I've got to do a New Year's stream. So let's quickly get through this. There's only one piece of news this week. Your first chance to get your hands on Anthem starts January 25th, 2019, with the VIP demo. Dive into the world of Anthem and take the Ranger and one other Javelin for a test ride. VIP demo will be playable to be the first to play Anthem, and with the VIP demo will run from January 25th to January 27th, 2019. You must pre-order Anthem, be an EA Access subscriber or EA Origin subscriber at the time of the demo to participate. You'll also get an exclusive VIP demo item to show you are one of the first to play, which is pretty cool. Also, there's an open demo experience Anthem ahead of launch with the open demo. Have they just started turning demos into betas? Is that what this is? From February 1st to February 3rd, 2019 on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC on Origins. Anyone may participate in the open demo. So, are you guys hyped for that? I'm ready. I'm ready for Anthem now.
I'm super hyped for that.
Yeah.
I cannot wait.
Where are you going to be playing there first? PC?
PC probably, yeah.
Cool. Moody, hype for Anthem?
Bit mixed, don't.
Fair enough.
A bit mixed. Just because EA, BioWare right now with the... I don't know, I'm just really not fully excited with this game.
Fair enough. That's fine.
I'm praying to God that this is a huge success for BioWare and everything, because I'm a huge BioWare fan, but I am...
Good luck, because this could be the last of them.
That's the thing that worries me.
Yep, this could be the last of them if this fails, so better buy it. Deals of the week this week, PlayStation Plus games for January. PS4, you have Steep, Portal Knights, Fallen Legion. On PS3, you have Zone of the Enders HD Collection and Amplitude. On PS Vita, you have Fallen Legion and Super Mutant Alien Assault. On Xbox games with gold for January, you have Celeste from January 1st to January 31st, WRC 6 from January 16th to February 15th, and on the Xbox 360 via backwards compatibility to the Xbox One, Far Cry 2 from January 16th to January 31st, and Lara Croft and the Garden of Light from January 1st to January 15th. And last but not least, the Epic Game Store. Right now, you can currently get Super Meat Boy available from December 28th to January 10th. So, if you want your games, that some of those are free, and some of them are paid subscriptions. So go and get them. Guys, let's plug, and get ourselves out of here. Moody, what you got to plug this week?
Go to youtube.com/outoflives, where you can get a glorious movie show and all, and the Tanked Up podcast as well. And also go to outoflives.net as well.
Fair enough.
We will be back next week.
Cool. Kresh, what you got?
Twitch.tv/Kreshnik.
Fair enough. Remember, guys, if you want to follow me or any of these guys on Twitter, please do. I'm at MC Fixer. Kresh is at Kreshnik Plays.
Yes.
Moody is at... He's changed it too many times. He's changed it too many times. I can't remember.
I haven't changed my Twitter for a long time.
Too many times. It's more than once, and that's too many.
Not for a long time, boy.
Doesn't matter. Remember, you can support me on Patreon, patreon.com/MCFixer. I am fully funded, full-time here on MC Fixer, on Twitch, twitch.tv/MCFixer, and everything games related. More reviews, more content coming soon. 3 podcasts a week now. You have got My Xbox and Me, which comes out on a Friday, From the Gamers, which is what you're watching right now, on a Wednesday, and Fix and Friends, which will come out on a Monday. So, until next time, and see you all in the new year, I will love you, leave, and see you later. Goodbye.